Hey, it's Danish from Local Niche Marketing. If your average spinal decompression patient is worth $3,000 to $5,000, or your any cash-based service is worth $3,000 to $5,000, should you really be worried about your cost per lead? Now, this is the only thing that we are going to discuss in detail in this video, and we're calling the hidden economics of cash-based campaigns or spinal decompression campaigns or neuropathy campaigns, right? So now there is a unique differentiator between two businesses, one that is successful and the other is doing just average in terms of advertisement. Now, one focuses on the CPL metrics, that is, they track CTR, they track total leads generated, they track cost per lead. Now, these metrics are for the average chiropractic business, right? So, if in a month they have seen that their cost per lead is increasing, they might stop advertisement, right? And that is something you all guys have went through. I know that because I have spoken to a lot of chiropractors, and hey, our cost per lead was increasing. That why we left the marketing agency, and that is the truth, right? Because you guys don't track the show up rates, the appointment book ratios, and overall return per patient. That is why you're juggling between different marketing agencies. The solution is not that, right? If you are tracking the funnel metrics such as cost per lead, click through rate, opt in rate, things like that. If you want to become a successful business in the chiropractic space, then you need to track show up rates, close rates, and revenue per patient. I'm just saying that because these rates can also tell you if the problem is not in your marketing, but inside your own system, in your sales process. You might be doing something that is not converting patients, right? That is why these metrics are really trackable and also that are going to point out into the right direction where you can actually scale your advertisement. In the world, there is inflation and we are seeing everything rising. The petrol prices are rising, overall cost per living around the globe is rising. So why not advertisement, right? That makes no sense because if something is rising, then obviously the other things are going to be higher in terms of their pricing. So if your cost per lead was at $20, for example, in 2023, that will not happen because the cost per thousand impressions have increased. Overall, the cost per click is increased. So why you're trying to find a marketing agency that can get you the cost per lead at $20, right? That is not possible because this is 2026 or 2027, and you're still finding an agency that can get you a lead at $20. That is not going to happen. You should change your mind regarding the marketing overall, right? And if you don't change your mindset, then you don't definitely have to advertise in front of people. The metrics standalone does not tell you the whole story, right? That is why you don't have to emphasize more on the lead volume. Instead, you should emphasize more on the show up rates and revenue per patient, right? Here is another example. There is a campaign that is generating you leads, more leads at a lower cost per lead, right? We call it campaign A. But after doing the maths or after tracking, you came to realize that the campaign A only generated 5 patients and you have spent around $2,000, right? There was another campaign, we call it Campaign B, but that campaign only generated fewer leads, right? But also, the Campaign B generated around 10 to 12 patients, right? And you also spent $2,000 on this campaign. The choice is yours, right? You have to be very data driven while shutting off a campaign in this scenario. Now, these cash based services are totally opposite than the conventional chiropractic, right? Because the average case value is a lot higher than simple adjustments or therapy sessions or massage sessions, right? So if you are closing around 3 to 5 patients per month with an average ad spend of $3 to $5,000, then it is great. You're doing great in terms of return on investment. If not, then there is a need to optimize any part of your advertisement system, right? It can be follow up, it can be advertisement, it can be your sales process. So the real question to ask is that, how much can you as a business owner afford to pay per lead, right? That actually turn your thinking process from what should a lead cost to how much I can afford to pay for a lead, right? So the final takeaway from this video is that you should not judge a campaign by only cost per lead. However, you should start judging your campaigns by profitability, patient show up rates, and revenue per patient. If you have any questions, you can comment down on this video. We will get back to you ASAP. And if you need help with anything related to marketing, and if you are a chiropractic business watching this video, you can book a strategy session on localniche-marketing.com. Until the next video, thank you.